Because it's freaking Star Wars, baby. Well, now the Ahsoka series, Season 1, has concluded, and it leaves us with a lot of questions. The finale was an open-ender that left us hanging and wanting more. Now, does that mean a Season 2 is going to happen? Well, about 35 seconds into this video, I'm going to say probably not. But don't despair. I have reasons for believing this, and I'll get into those in just a moment. But if you were just wanting to know if I think there's going to be a Season 2 to Ahsoka, then no. You can stop the video now. But if you want to know the reasons why and the evidence that I have proving that, then stick around. But before I get into it, I do want to announce this video's sponsor, which is Rain Hado Labinto 1049. And Rain has this to say: subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button. Share the video. Yeah, we're trying to get to 50,000 subscribers here soon, and I want you all to be a part of that journey. You're enjoying the content, so go ahead and do it. It's free. But now on away from the funny stuff, there is someone who is asking for prayer. Really, it's her family and friends asking for prayer. I'm not going to say her name because she is in surgery right now and has not given permission for me to mention her name, and I really want to keep it personal. But this young lady has went into labor early, had to have a cesarean section where the baby was born prematurely. The baby is doing fine, but the mother not as much. It's touch and go right now, and I really want you all to send positive vibes, prayers, positive thoughts, energy, all that stuff to this young lady, that she gets a full recovery and gets to enjoy her time with her new baby. So please, please, please just keep her in your thoughts and prayers. Thank you. And that's something I like doing with this channel, is I like reaching out to the community for other people, because this isn't about me. This is about you guys. And if you have a need or a request or anything, please, by all means, speak up. You can email me personally. I'll leave your name out of it. I won't even talk about what's going on. I'll just ask for support for you. And that's what we're all about. This is a community. This isn't the Gerald show, or Darth Gerald the Positive show, as some people are starting to call it. I like that. Actually, it has a ring to it, but I'm not going to change the channel name. Anyway, so if you have a need or a request, please, by all means, email me. It's in the About section of my channel, so let's hear from you. Yeah, so let's get on with Ahsoka Season 2 and why I don't think it's going to happen. Now, let's take a look at other series that the Star Wars universe has produced under the Disney umbrella. We had The Mandalorian Season 1. Well, I think even before The Mandalorian Season 1 finished, Season 2 was announced to be in pre-production. Season 2, when it was released, Season 3 was announced as in pre-production, all during the release of it. Season 3, same thing. They talked about Season 4 and the Mandalorian movie. The Obi-Wan Kenobi series, they didn't talk about it. They didn't talk about a Season 2, but there were rumors that it was in conversations, and Ewan McGregor even said he'd like to do a Season 2, but we haven't got anything firm, and that season has been over for a while. The Book of Boba Fett, the same thing. There was never a talk of a Season 2. This was a limited series. Now, the Ahsoka series did not state that it is a limited series, but judging off of no confirmation that there is going to be a Season 2, only rumors, then we have to suggest that there possibly won't be a Season 2. Now, that's going to disappoint a lot of people because it was a great show and it left us on a cliffhanger for those who watched it. Now, one thing I will say about the Ahsoka series, Season 1, is that it's for a very niche audience, and I don't really know how to wrap my head around that as to why they did it or anything like that, because you literally pretty much had to watch the Clone Wars and Rebels to understand the storyline in Ahsoka. Yes, she showed up in The Mandalorian Season 2 with Rosario Dawson starting the role in live action, but at that time, there was no real story about Ahsoka or Grand Admiral Thrawn. It was just a cameo, and this was a Jedi that was left over from Order 66 that everybody could assume just was around, and yeah, this is somebody that Bo-Katan trusted that could possibly teach Grogu the ways of the Force. Well, that made sense. But now we have the Ahsoka series, which you literally had to see the Clone Wars and Rebels to understand. Now, that is me giving props to some of the haters that said literally nobody watched Ahsoka. Well, people did watch it, but those people are people who understand those. And some of the people who didn't watch the Clone Wars and Rebels did go to YouTube or Wikipedia or something like that to catch up on who Ahsoka Tano really was. Now, to a casual fan or a normie, some people call him. I hate that word. God, that word's so annoying. But anyways, to those people, they don't go to Wikipedia and they don't look it up on YouTube to find out who Ahsoka Tano is. It just becomes confusing to them and they don't want to watch it. They don't understand why Anakin Skywalker had an apprentice during the Clone Wars if they didn't see it. So yeah, it makes sense to me that not everybody watched the show. But if you look at Rotten Tomatoes, the score for Ahsoka is sitting at something like 72% for the audience score. That's huge. For a Disney Star Wars show, that's enormous. And that means that the people that did watch it enjoyed it, at least most of them. But that's one reason they may not be making the Ahsoka Season 2 is because of how few people actually watched it. If that's true ratings, I don't know. I don't go checking out minutes of how much a show's watched. I watch a show, and if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. It's just all there is to it. It doesn't matter to me how many other people watched it. I don't need my feelings validated. Anyways, let's get back to Ahsoka Season 2. There is another show coming out, rumored to be in early 2024, called The Skeleton Crew, or Skeleton Crew, Star Wars Skeleton Crew, starring Jude Law and 4 children. Now, the synopsis for this show is released, and I'm sure a lot of you have already read it or heard it or something. Star Wars Meg talks about it a lot, and kudos to her. She has a great channel, so yeah, I'll be catching up on her videos here soon. Anyway, so the synopsis came out, and there's a little tweet that was thrown out there, and it says, in the first episode of Skeleton Crew, we are introduced to 4 kids who make a mysterious discovery on their seemingly safe home planet and get lost in a strange and dangerous galaxy, finding their way. Now, what that could mean a lot of things. A strange and mysterious galaxy that's dangerous could be the Peridia galaxy that Ahsoka was stuck on at the end of Ahsoka Season 1. It could also be that the Galaxy Prime, as we call it, the regular Star Wars galaxy, the true Star Wars galaxy, is dangerous. And it is. The New Republic is still new in its infancy, and there are still a lot of bad people out there. There's still slavery, for one, which is bad. Yep, that's right. Slavery's bad. Even in the Star Wars universe, it's bad. So, yeah, that's one thing that could be endangering the children. Or, as I like to think, that possibly Skeleton Crew is going to get lost in Peridia and happen upon Ahsoka Tano and Sabine Wren. Now, on one hand, I think this is a great premise for that show, that this is really good. It's a good idea to have this be the way they get rescued out of that world and out of that galaxy. But on the other hand, I think, okay, that's going to make the universe small. It's going to make, you know, Star Wars, which already felt kind of small for a while, seem even smaller, that these people from the regular Star Wars galaxy just happen upon Peridia and find Ahsoka Tano there. The one person or 2 people or whatever that need to be brought back just happening upon them. But I guess somebody has to do it, and why not these 5 individuals led by Jude Law? And by the way, I love Jude Law. I think he's a hell of an actor, and I can't wait to see what he does in the Star Wars universe. He's weird and cool. Cool stuff. First movie I watched him in was Enemy at the Gates, and I loved that movie, and it was even cheesy. But anyways, back to Ahsoka. So I think Jude Law is going to do a great job in Skeleton Crew. I don't know if he's going to be the rescuer of Ahsoka Tano and Sabine Wren, and possibly tagging along Shin Hati. Wait, that sounded weird. Shin Hati. I don't know if she'll tag along or not, or what's going to happen with Baylan Skoll. I do feel like Ahsoka needs a Season 2 just to go through those 2 characters and keep that going and give us some answers onto that, because I don't think there's going to be enough time if they only do 8 episodes of Skeleton Crew for that story to play out, unless Jude Law and those kids stick around Peridia for a little while and they see how it plays out, and with the gods of Mortis, the father, the son, and the daughter. Well, the daughter, yeah, I don't know. She's Ahsoka. But anyways, so maybe they'll stick around there for a couple of the episodes. That'll play out, and then they'll move on. But that seems like it'll be kind of rushed. Just a thought. But yeah, but the patterns that have come out of these Star Wars stories that have been released to Disney Plus have shown that if there's going to be a season 2, that it's going to be announced prior to the finale of season 1. Andor, for example, was announced a season 2 before the show finished. Great. Let's see it. And I can't wait for Andor season 2 and the Bad Batch season 3 for that matter. And season 3 of the Bad Batch was announced prior to the completion of season 2. So yeah, there's a pattern there, and Ahsoka is not in that pattern. Neither was Obi-Wan Kenobi, and neither was the Book of Boba Fett. So we'll see how this plays out. If there is a season 2 to Ahsoka, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be all on board with it and ready to go. But again, I'm one of those people that watched the Clone Wars, know a lot about it, and I watched Rebels and loved it. Also read the Ahsoka novel and all the Thrawn novels, so I pretty much know anything they could throw at us that come out of all of that. Yeah, but anyways, so just saying that people didn't watch Ahsoka, that's not enough to hate on it and say it was a bad show, that they didn't watch it because it's a bad show. If they didn't watch it, they don't know it's a bad show. They don't know if it's a good show. They just didn't watch it. I don't know if Fried Green Tomatoes is a good movie or not because I never watched it. Can't judge it. So, haters, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. People didn't watch it because they don't understand who Ahsoka is. They don't understand how she was a Padawan to Anakin Skywalker. Pretty simple. And a lot of people that I've talked to that have not watched Ahsoka, it was for that reason. And some of the people that did begin watching it and stopped, it was for the same reason. Anyways, I'm rambling on. I need to cut this out now and cut this video down. I have some hot tub time to get to. Yeah, I sleep like a baby now. Anyways, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, share the video, and give the video a like. Leave a comment down below if I have forgot you as a channel sponsor. Please, please, please. I have a list of people that I'm going through, and I think I've exhausted that list. So if I've missed you, please, by all means, leave me a comment, and I'll leave you a comment back as to whether I included you in a previous video that you may have missed. But anyways, subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. This is Gerald, a Star Wars fanatic, signing off, wishing you all great health, happiness, and peace. Thank you all for watching, and remember, this is the way, the only way.